Welcome to Studio 5. We've got a great lineup in today's show. Here is the rundown. It's a familiar tune from a familiar voice. See how Bishop Paul Morton is keeping it in the family with new music. Good questions deliver good answers when singer Karen Peck takes the mic.
I just kept thinking, God gives good answers. And even when we don't understand, we can still know that He always has our good in mind.
UCLA's Grothues reveals his answer to adversity on and off the field. Can't wait to share those stories, so let's jumpstart this week's Top 5 countdown so we can get right to it. At number 5. Studio 5 is backstage and behind the scenes of American Idol's live show for Faith Music Night. How great thou art. I listen to it on repeat all the time. Just curious, how emotional is it for you to sing that song?
I mean, more than anything, it's joyful. So just to be able to have a moment to say, I think of all the things that you've made, how great thou art, how great is that, how wonderful, all the entire world, everything in it, how great is that? It's really a joyful moment for me to get to just worship.
At number 4.
Benjamin Franklin, your brother said he could use your help at his print shop. Do you have my blessing?
Gonna do good things, Pa. Great things.
A Studio 5 first look at A Great Awakening, a sight and sound film in theaters Easter weekend.
George Whitfield, you will be an extraordinary preacher. Remember the source of your power.
You don't believe the stories from London are true?
I am doubting Whitfield's claim that he can be heard and understood by so many.
One tiny candle illuminating 1,000. What do you hope audiences take away from that theme?
Our hope in our heart is that as people walk out of that movie theater, they themselves know that they are one tiny candle.
And the countdown continues in a bit. Paul Morton is the founder of the Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship. He's also an author, singer, and songwriter. And Grammy weekend brought him honors for his music and his legacy. Today, he's got new music, sharing the stage with his daughter, Jasmine Morton Robinson, and his son, P.J. Morton. Bishop Paul Morton, it is an honor to sit down with you. And here we sit in Grammy week, Grammy weekend.
Yes.
And you're being honored this weekend.
I'm just so happy, just to see that God is still blessing, even at my age.
So what do you think that your music is still being celebrated the way it is?
Well, I think what has always been important in my life is that every song that I sang, it was not about it. I want to make sure it's a hit. But the song simply says, let go, let God. My songs, I wanted a message in the songs that would help people, not just for the flavor of the month, but that would last them throughout even a lifetime. Heaven, yes. Let it rain.
The first one that comes to mind for me is Let It Rain.
Wow. Let it rain. Let it, oh Lord, everywhere I go, if I don't sing Let It Rain, they'll throw books and everything at me. And I believe that it's the message, because people, and really when you think about the song that are going through, looks like everything is drying up in their life and they just need to know, I need the rain, the blessings of God to come in on my life. So that song works because there's such a great message in that song.
Now you've got another song coming out, Go Through. And this is done with your son and daughter.
Yes.
Tell me how this all came about. What happened?
Well, my son, of course, he is an amazing writer, musician, producer. Go through, It is in our 50-year choirs reunion. You know, I started with Greater St. Stephen as a pastor 50 years ago. And so all the music that I became popular with was actually with the Greater St. Stephen Choir. So we wanted to have a 50-year reunion where choir members, even from the old and the new, coming together. And so PJ, I wanted him to do a song on it because awesome writer, he wasn't even born 50 years ago. But the song has such a message because so many people are going through, but they get stuck. Will somebody tell me how to get from being stuck? So the song says, you gotta go through so you can come out. So don't you get stuck in the middle. And so we're showing people, and there's such a great message in that song because a lot of people are just so depressed in this season. But you don't stop. You gotta go through so you can come out.
What's it like to work with your children?
It is great. It is great. You know, my son has produced some songs for me in the past.
Yes.
And of course, he was nervous at first, you know, because, you know, he wasn't used to telling his daddy what to do. And so, but he got more comfortable as he went on, Dad, you got to do that again. So I said, now you're getting too comfortable. But I always listen because if that's your area in the things that you do, I think it's important, and he is one of the best at what he does, and I just happen to be his dad.
And your daughter is singing with you on this as well.
Yes, she is. That's my firstborn, and oh, so gifted and talented. So this is really a part of the process, you know, with my two oldest children. It's amazing. It's just amazing just to experience. Am I really reliving this? It's so important. You must go
through. Bishop Paul Morton's song with his children is called Go Through. You can find it wherever you get your music material. Still ahead, Southern Gospel Music's Karen Peck takes a seat in Studio 5. It's coming up next.
God gives good answers. And even when we don't understand, we can still know that He always has our good in mind.
Studio 5 is expanding on YouTube, and you can help us to grow the platform by subscribing. Simply search Studio 5 with Efrem Graham. There you will discover the latest in uplifting entertainment, exclusive first looks on the latest films, music, and lifestyle content, plus one-on-one interviews with some of your favorite actors and recording artists. Simply search Studio 5 with Efrem Graham on YouTube. Please do it today. At number 3.
What you have done here will never be forgotten.
A look at House of David, back now for Season 2, streaming on Prime Video. The 8-episode series picks up the story after Goliath's fall. As you look over the course of his story, is there a piece of his life you're looking forward to seeing play out on screen?
There's a season for everything, and right now it's Season 2. It's David's relationship with Saul. And what happens when we let, in Saul's case, when you let jealousy overtake you over the will of God.
Right in front of you. No more deception that some will choose you.
At number 2.
Hey, Luigi! What's up, Mario? Behold! I made a masterpiece for Princess Peach. What do you think?
Love the colors!
It's trash. Two of the world's favorite video game characters return to the big screen today in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Chris Pratt is the voice of Mario, and Charlie Day is the voice of Luigi.
It was really fun getting to return to the character. The first time, you're a little unsure exactly what the movie's going to be and what the voice should be and how it's all going to turn out and whether you can live up to these iconic characters that people feel so close and attached to.
Michael and Aaron were able to also be with us in person in some of the sessions, because when we shot the first film or recorded the first film was right at the height of COVID, and so we were able to do the voice recording, but it was very much an isolated experience.
I'm Bowser Jr., and I'm gonna be taking my father now!
And we'll have the #1 story making headlines in the world of uplifting entertainment in just a moment. Right now, we head back to Los Angeles to sit down with Karen Peck. Her group, New River, began nearly 35 years ago. And this year, the group received a nomination for Best Roots Gospel Album at the Grammy Awards for the project, Good Answers. So, this is Grammy nomination number 7? 7.
I am so thankful. I don't know how it's happening. It's just, but I love it, and I'm so thankful to the Lord. We know not the hour, we know not the day. There's gonna be a powerful calling away. So I just say I'm just a hometown girl whose dream came true. Oh. And God's been so faithful. No matter what you do, no matter what you do, this one is very special to us, but it is really in honor of my mother. My mother was the one that inspired a lot of the writing of the songs on this new record. So, and she's in heaven now. So this one is very, very dear to our hearts. So the first thing we did is we cried. We just said, and then of course thanked the Lord for this blessing. I mean, it's just like sometimes the Lord just places those little nuggets in our lives, and just gives us that encouragement that people are listening to the music. And the main thing is we just want to make a difference. Your name is power. Your name is healing. Your name is life. So 2 weeks before Mama passed in July of 2024, she said, I prayed to God, and God gives good answers. And we love that so much that we put that in her obituary as some of the last words that Mama said. And then I just kept thinking, God gives good answers. And even when we don't understand, we can still know that He always has our good in mind. Yeah. And so I got with 2 songwriters, Jimmy Yeary and Kenna Turner West from Nashville, and we wrote the song, God Gives Good Answers. We decided we'd just dedicate the record to Mama and name the album Good Answers. And if she was here today, she would say, I gave them that idea.
She's gonna take the credit.
She's gonna let you know, I gave them that idea.
I love it.
Oh, but if the Lord will just let her know what these songs are doing. We have a song called I Speak Jesus, the Charity Gale song.
I love that song.
It's just making a difference everywhere we go. And so the Lord gives us the seasons. He gives us these seasons these journeys of life that I call it, and we hopefully choose the songs that will help us through that journey, but then hopefully help other people.
Amen. Looking back over your career now, more than 40 years, what's one pinch you moment that you remember? Like, I can pinch myself when I think about this happening for me.
I still do it. I still pinch myself because I think that more than ever, I guess the older that I'm getting too, the more I realize that He could have chosen anybody to do this. And I'm just so honored and so humbled that He would give me the desires of my heart. That really my desire is to serve Him. And for people to know that Jesus is the only way, that He's the truth, and He's our life, and He's my everything, and I've always loved Him.
New River's project is called Good Answers. It's available wherever you get your music. It is time now for this week's Studio 5 Snapshot.
It's Holy Week for Christians around the world, so it's fitting we take a look at The Chosen. The streaming series is a cinematic production on the life of Jesus, and it's become a global phenomenon, drawing millions. With 2 seasons left, Season 6 will focus on the crucifixion of Christ. It will debut this fall on Prime Video. The season finale arrives in theaters in the spring of 2027.
And that is this week's Studio 5 Snapshot. And ahead, UCLA's Grothues is the FCA Baseball Player of the Year. The honor came just months after he was going to hang up the cleats.
I performed well. I thought I gave glory to you, which I really wasn't. And it was kind of like a reset. Like, Lord, you can take baseball away from me whenever you want. And if you don't want me to play anymore, you don't have to let me play anymore.
Studio 5 is expanding on YouTube, and you can help us to grow the platform by subscribing. Simply search Studio 5 with Efrem Graham. There you will discover the latest in uplifting entertainment, exclusive first looks on the latest films, music, and lifestyle content, plus one-on-one interviews with some of your favorite actors and recording artists. Simply search Studio 5 with Efrem Graham on YouTube. Please do it today. Welcome back to Studio 5. Here's a look at the #1 story in the world of uplifting entertainment this week. At number 1.
Now to the 13-year-old gospel singer who's gone viral for all the right reasons.
Yeah, his name is Mekhi McClain. We lift our voices to say thank you. Now 13, Mekhi started singing at just 2 years old. Sunday mornings, his grandmother would play gospel music and Mekhi would sing along. Mekhi went viral after performing at his grandfather's wedding. Both his TikTok and Instagram are getting traction, with over 10 million views across all platforms. Mekhi says he wants to spread his gospel around the world.
Something happens when you sing. How would you describe for us what happens to you?
I say like it's a fire, like it's a fire in there, and it's like it's erupting, you know?
Nice. And that wraps our countdown. Relief pitchers are called firemen for a reason. They're often thrown into high-pressure situations and told to extinguish the threats. UCLA's Grothues is one of the top bullpen arms in college baseball who learned how to handle adversity.
I had abusive parents. You know, my birth mother lost custody of me and had to give me up for adoption. I don't remember much, but just the stories I've been told, it's like, wow, God saved me. And whether, I don't know where I'd be if I was still in that family. I mean, I wouldn't be here for sure. I was like, I'm committing on the spot. Why wait for any other colleges when I got my dream school waiting for me to commit? I was in the world for sure. Not doing going out parties, all that, just living for the world and not for Christ. I tore my ACL. I'm like, wow, like, this can't be real. And I remember just going on my knees, like crying, like, Lord, what are you trying to do with me right now? I performed well. I thought I gave glory to you, which I really wasn't. And it was kind of like a reset. Like, Lord, you can take baseball away from me whenever you want. And if you don't want me to play anymore, you don't have to let me play anymore. And just praying about it and got through it. And it really, that first injury was like a wake-up call to have my foundation in Christ and just live by his word daily. I'm just gonna hang up the cleats. I'm injury guy. Back-to-back years where I'm getting injured. I just want to stop at this point. And then from a couple of guys from my team, they told me, hey, you'll be all right. Pray about it. They gave me Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he'll make straight your path. And it's like, Lord, like, I trust you. Whatever's going on, I trust you. I'm giving everything to you. Just help me get through this injury. They didn't think I was gonna come back, and actually training hard in the physical therapy room, whether that was 3 hours a day or 6 hours a day, I was in there trying to get better and trying to prove everyone else wrong. And the Lord helped me do that. I was like, wow, I made it. Like, this is what I wanted for the longest time I remember, 15 years or whatever it's been, I took a second, like, just to look around. I was like, wow, this is unreal. Like, I cannot write this up myself if I wanted to. And then striking out the side against LSU, I was like, wow, this is just unbelievable. He's really faithful. I mean, I remember reading the book of Job not too long ago and just reading how, you know, Job had everything and then God allowing Satan just to take everything away. Baseball was taken away from me and then God restored it plentyfold. And I feel like he's blessed me kind of in that same way where, yeah, he took everything away from me for a year and a half, 2 years of my life, but then he had the bigger plan for me, and not just pitching here, but pitching in a College World Series and sharing my testimony in front of thousands of viewers that were watching on social media. So kind of just looking through that and really applying that to my life, where if something's not really going my way, I just look to that and like, you know what, God, your plans are better than mine. I'm just gonna trust you through the process.
Grous chose to play at UCLA because it's been his dream since he was a little boy and he wanted to win a national championship. Studio 5 is expanding on YouTube, and you can help us to grow the platform by subscribing. Simply search Studio 5 with Efrem Graham. There you will discover the latest in uplifting entertainment, exclusive first looks on the latest films, music, and lifestyle content, plus one-on-one interviews with some of your favorite actors and recording artists. Simply search Studio 5 with Efrem Graham on YouTube. Please do it today. Welcome back to Studio 5. You know, music helps us to bring you this show each and every week, and this week's soundtrack comes from Crowder and Zach Williams. Take a listen and you'll hear why Still is what's playing in my ear this week. On that musical note, we are just about out of time for this week's edition of Studio 5, so let's take a quick look ahead to see what's on next week's rundown.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long.
Clark Beckham made it to the final round of American Idol. And he's still climbing the music charts.
I never thought that I would be I'd be in a place where my vocation was so satisfying, not just singing, but teaching and speaking, and that people would dig what I'm doing.
Studio 5 is at American Idol for this look at life after Idol.
Hope you'll join us for that and so much more come next week. As for this week, we've got time for just one more thing. Let's give the final word to Bishop Paul S. Morton.
I'll let you have this last word. If you could speak a word to someone watching who may feel disheartened, dejected, like time has run out for them and things are over, what would you say to them?
I would say to people, don't get weary in well-doing. If you're doing and you know that you're doing what you're supposed to do, don't get weary in well-doing, because in due season you reap if you faint not. So now I'm able to even tell people who thought it was over when you turn 70. Well, I'm an example. I'm 75 and it ain't over. So whatever phase you are in your life, just be the best that you can be and trust God and believe God, because in due season you will reap if you faint not.
Bishop Morton, that is a great final word for this week's edition of Studio 5 and this week's look at uplifting entertainment. Until next time, make time to uplift someone around you, and then please come on back and see where Studio 5 takes you next week. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching.